I'm hungry.
I'm glad you're hungry, because you're about to travel the world from this very studio. The first street food dish is under the cloche.
Oh, pasties.
Say what you see.
So many countries have pasties.
I know.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Need you to describe what you think you're eating and then eventually pinpoint which country you think it is from. Remember the rules. If you get it spot on, there are 3 points up for grabs. If they both get it wrong, whoever is closest takes 1 point.
A massive lamb and cumin ball.
Not on the cumin, no cumin near it, but there is lamb. It is a combination of lamb and beef.
So it's a lamb pasty.
What's the white stuff?
But I think it's like a bready dough rather than a pastry. And I think it's soggy on the inside because of the meat, where the meat is cooked and all the juices have run out.
It is a wheat flour dough, so a cross between pastry and bread in that sense, because it's fried. It gives that nice golden colour. Traditionally, it could have lamb, it could have beef, it could have goat, it could have camel, it could have any kind of meat. Plus, usually very simple seasoning. Onion, garlic, salt, caraway.
Caraway.
That's what it is. One of those unidentifiable spices.
No, they're very identifiable, just not by us.
Is it fennel? Is it caraway? Nobody knows.
Well, both quite distinct. Caraway you often find, we might have it more familiar in things like sauerkraut.
It's a very dense filling. It's not like loosely mixed in with other veg. It's nearly all meat bound together quite tightly.
You've got it's a ball.
Yeah, it's a ball.
It's a ball, or like a kofta, inside the pastry casing.
Sold on the street, sometimes in restaurants. Occasionally it might be served with ketchup or Maggi sauce on the side. Two of those sauces that have just travelled the world. Bearing in mind when these are made, they're folded over a raw filling and the filling is cooked inside. And we're talking a pretty cheap filling, calorie dense. This is, good hearty street food. And this is often eaten during a traditional festival in this country, which they include sports like wrestling, horse racing and archery.
That's a dangerous combination.
It's not a language I speak.
That narrows it down.
But I think it's pronounced horseshaw.
Horseshaw.
Scribble one down, lock in an answer. Show us what you got in 3, 2, 1.
Egypt.
Oh!
Camel?
Yeah, camel.
195 countries or so to pick from, and you both went for the same one. And the clue that gave it away was?
Camel.
The range of meats.
Yeah.
The range of meats that it could be. Camel being the obvious one. Goat, lamb, beef, caraway. I'm just saying words.
These are from Mongolia.
Oh!
So you are both over 4,000 miles away.
We're quite wrong.
I think we should both get nil point for that.
Isn't Mongolia quite cold?
Yes, they want really hearty, nutritious,
But all the water in their humps would freeze.
And the festival was Nadam, and that is where they do wrestling, horse racing and archery. The archery is often on horseback as well.
Not the wrestling.
Wow.
Not the wrestling. No. So there we go, absolutely delicious. There is a combination of different meat ratios or meats at play, but it's nearly always onion, garlic, caraway, salt.
It is absolutely delicious. I absolutely loved it. I wouldn't have got to Mongolia in 10 guesses.
No.
Well, I've given you 1 point each for both being equally far away. Should we do number 2?
That's generous,
Yeah, it's very generous.
Round 2, lift the cloche.
Whoa! Yes!
Hello.
What we got?
I'm going to say
Balls.
Sweet-looking balls. I have no idea. It's nutty.
There are nuts involved.
Cheers.
Cheers. Peanut.
Aerated chicken.
Aerated chicken.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. It's bouncy.
Like bubbly, bouncy chicken.
And if you weren't on a single track meat mind, what might that be?
Tofu.
There we go.
Love it. Peanut and soy sauce.
Peanut, seasoned, some garlic, some lime juice.
It's a very sweet, sticky sauce with the peanut.
And then inside, so yes, tofu that's cut into or sliced into so that a paste can go in the middle. See if you can identify the paste. And then that is wrapped in something, dipped in something, fried in something.
Dipped in a batter.
Dipped in a batter, yep,
Fried in oil.
correct.
It's giving me prawn toast vibes.
That's the texture. It's the texture of the prawn in prawn toast or Thai fish ball
Yeah, bit
type
bouncy.
texture, bit bouncy, very aerated.
You're spot on. It's prawn, tapioca starch, and then we've gone with sugar, a little bit of salt, and white pepper. That gets put inside the tofu. The tofu gets wrapped in a wonton skin. It's dipped in a batter and it's fried. It's then served with that sort of ground peanut sauce.
I always enjoy the first minute or so of eating it, because all I'm doing is enjoying it for what it is. As soon as I start thinking about where it's from, I start getting a little bit stressed.
Panicky. Yeah.
Is it
definitely.
nice?
It's really, really good.
Love it.
The added texture of the wonton skin around the outside before the batter is really unusual because it adds a bit of a chew.
Because that bit doesn't go crispy.
No.
Wonton skins fried would go crispy.
Yeah.
But dipped in a batter.
It's actually a bit more of a chew. I really like that.
The fillings might also be made with tuna or mackerel. Sometimes potato or cabbage can be added to kind of bulk it out. But ours is prawn, which is a very common filling found on the streets of this country.
It feels like it's a very strange idea. But I feel like they made up as they went along and, you know what, should we wrap it? Oh, I'll tell you what, should we dip it? Oh, while we're here, let's stuff it.
It's like pass it on.
Yeah, it's a pass it on street food.
Unlike the previous dish, this is said to have only been really invented and put into sort of common practice in the 70s and 80s. Lock somewhere in. Reveal your answers in 3, 2, 1.
Thailand.
Cambodia.
Oh, I was
Thailand
gonna
and
say that.
Cambodia, both in the same kind of region. What was your thinking?
The prawn paste and the peanuts reminded me of, like, I guess, satay style food from Thailand.
And/or Malaysia.
I know, but the flavours took me to that part of the world, and then I went for the one that we never say, but it always is.
Yep, fair enough.
Narrowing down to a region, I found quite easy. Narrowing down from a region to a country, I found really, really hard. So potluck.
One of you is 1,450 miles away. And one of you is 1,107 miles away.
Not that close, actually.
No.
It's a dish called batagor, and it's from Indonesia. Which means Jamie takes the win. Jamie takes the point by about 400 miles.
I find it really
Well
funny
done.
when neither of us know who's closest.
Well done.
They're pretty easy enough to buy online and have delivered as a frozen product. There's some amazing Indonesian stores that sell them. However, these ones we actually made ourselves and Kush had to play with. And yes, they're fiddly, but once you've done all the process, it's really that final frying, which makes it very easy to be serving on the street with a sauce that's already made and just good to go.
Love that sauce. I'm going to be steaming that
Yes,
sauce.
definitely.
So there we go. Jamie, you take the lead, 2
Narrow.
points to 1. And we have a third round for you.
Bring it on.
Number 3, under the cloche.
You go. You
Lift
go.
away.
You go.
So
It's
you did
been
the first
two
one. I
good
did the- I
ones,
did
so
the second
therefore, yeah. Why is it so shiny?
Is it bread or meat?
You're right.
I don't know if it's bread
is
or
it
meat.
bread?
So just so you know, I mean, this is eaten as a snack or as a side dish throughout this country. Has become popular in neighbouring countries too, but really we're focusing on this country, and the people of this country really wanted to get back to their roots, and therefore it's kind of become even more popular in recent years. It's loved. So describe the textures, describe the flavours.
It's very bouncy and doesn't taste of anything. There is.
Yummy. There is more aroma than there is flavour. In that there's an oatiness, there's a...
It's made from a combination of ground peanuts and the tuber roots of orchid.
That's why I don't recognise it.
Okay, so think of the orchid. Think of obviously the roots underground. It is those that are stirred into this kind of ground peanut mix that's then seasoned with bicarb, salt, and sometimes some chilli, sometimes onion.
I think we're a little bit speechless.
Yeah, Evans, we're completely thrown by this because I don't.
What it's done completely is it's glazed my mouth with something. I don't know what it is.
I am getting a tiny little tickle of heat, but only because you've said it's got chili in it. I feel like I've got some.
A very
yeah.
small amount. Because we couldn't get hold of orchid roots, we could get hold of a premix. It's so popular that supermarkets in and around this country now sell this, and all you do is add it to water, but you have to really cook it out. And that is a combination of the ground peanuts and the orchid root, and it's already seasoned with salt and a little bit of chili. You cook it out for a long time, like 45 minutes into a paste that eventually begins to thicken, and then you spread it out, smooth it out, and let it set. Once it's set, you can slice it. And you were saying kind of bouncy.
Yeah.
It has a consistency that means it can be sliced pretty thin, and its name is chikanda, but it is sometimes called, big clue, African polony, because it has a similar texture to bologna.
I don't know it down. There's only a few countries in Africa, aren't there?
It's quite a small place, I've heard. Yeah.
You've now got 50 plus countries to pick from.
Oh no.
Served on the bustling streets as street food, but also a great snack to accompany beer drinkers in bars. And the last clue I'm going to give you, it would traditionally have been served by the Bemba people of the northern province of this country. I need you to lock in a country.
You locking in?
I'm locking in.
I'm locking in.
Reveal in 3, 2, 1.
Nigeria.
Zimbabwe.
Ooh. My logic behind Nigeria is when you say it's found in supermarkets, I assumed it'd only be there because it's popular locally in the UK and there's a big Nigerian influence in London, so I thought...
Other countries have supermarkets as well, Barry.
I assumed you said... No, but you said you find it here in supermarkets.
Oh, I didn't say here.
Well, I was like, what? If it's in Tesco, it's going to be... No.
About that garden path he's led us down.
Oh, no.
But it is increasingly popular, and people who are keen to go back to their roots are seeking it out, and therefore these quicker methods are now more readily available on supermarket shelves, either as the chikanda itself or the powder to pre-make it.
I have no logic for Zimbabwe.
Whereabouts in Africa is Zimbabwe?
Just above South Africa.
And just below, and just bordering, Zambia, which is the correct answer.
Oh!
They share a border, we're talking centroids, so you're 415 miles away. But compared to Barry's 2022, absolutely take a point, Jamie. So Baz needs...
I've got it. I've got this still.
You need a jackpot on this final one.
Yeah, no, I've got it in the bag.
Let's bring on round 4.
Sure. Nope.
You've got to pull this out of the bag.
Oh, mate, I've got it. I've got this still.
It's all still to play for with our final global street food. Where in the world are we going?
Oh, that looks...
Hauntingly familiar. We have baguette. What looks like a chili paste.
Yeah, an oily
like
chili paste.
oil. And then...
And a tortilla? No. Oh, no, that looks like that pappy thing.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, pappy.
Pappy.
Jamie, you said it looked familiar. Now remember, food travels the world.
Oh.
Food, ingredients, dishes and recipes migrate with people. What was familiar before?
I mean, in a way, it looks a little bit like a tortilla sandwich, which I've had in Spain quite a lot, which is great because it's potato and egg omelette, essentially, inside bread.
And you love a double carb.
Love a double carb.
What is that?
Do you think we're supposed to...
No way.
This is deconstructed.
This dish is often served in big metal trays from vendors who would make it, and sometimes they're put inside of baguettes and optional things like the chili paste.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Playing that tiptoeing game where I'm trying to avoid saying too many clues that give too much away.
There's a very familiar spice blend in it.
It's not caraway. What is it?
Is it fennel?
It's not fennel. No.
Smoky pea.
No.
No. No.
No.
Chickpea?
It's sometimes called a chickpea pie. It is chickpeas mixed with egg and a raising agent, seasoned with salt, and the spice you're looking for is cumin.
So it is very similar to that chickpea bake we had before.
From where?
Yeah. Italy? Or was that my guess? That was wrong.
Farinata from Italy.
It was.
Said to date back to the early 16th century, where there might have been Spanish influence, and sometimes served on big metal trays alongside other street food, the likes of pizza.
What? You can get pizza everywhere.
You can get pizza everywhere.
I'm confident.
Oh no!
Lock something in.
3, 2, 1. India.
Montenegro.
Interesting. A logic?
India, I was getting the spices from the chickpea cake thing.
The cumin, chickpeas used a lot in batters, chana
felt
masala.
Really familiar and very Indian there. The rest of it was throwing me off. All the other clues are throwing you off. But I always say India, and it's never India. So India.
So one day you might get lucky.
Yeah.
I don't know, Evers. Spanish influence.
Yep.
Similar to the dish that we had previously, which was chickpea, which was Italy. I went over that one and went, well, we've done quite a lot of Croatia, it's probably not there. Keep going a little bit further. And Montenegro came up on my Instagram feed last night and looked beautiful. And I thought,
That'll do.
I really hope it's there.
Okay, neither of you are on the right continent. The chili paste is harissa. We are talking French baguette, so French influence there.
Wait a minute.
But with previous Spanish roots. Algeria.
Algeria.
And this is kind of we did a very similar dish from Morocco not long ago.
Yeah.
This is like its cousin. It's got the beaten egg on top, it's got the cumin, where that would have been served with a Moroccan salad. This is so often served in bread with that harissa paste.
I was never
Algeria, Baz, you're 4,816 miles away. That's a long haul
It'll
flight.
be India next time.
Next time, one day.
And Jay, you do take a point despite being 1,417 miles away. It means you take today's win 4 points to 1.
Well done.
Congratulations. Over to you guys. How many of those would you have got spot on? And keep commenting down below because there are so many more global street foods that we'd love to feed our normals.